All right, BSN for Pros. Welcome to another webcast of BSN Live. And I have just a guest today, a really great guest for you guys. Someone that has been a member of BSN for Pros and really just being supportive of the group, going out there and encouraging others. He's been encouraging me. He's been inviting people into the group. And I want to give a big shout out to my friend Moe McCoy. He's here today. And he's going to talk about his new movie. He is a film producer. He's out there on social media, guys. He is killing it out there, and I really want him. And I want to introduce him in a different way and help people. And when I do these webcasts, it's how, like, when I used to work in retail for about 20 years, and this is how I talk to people. I mean, I just ask questions, and maybe we didn't pre-rehearse anything. I just said we're just gonna come on like we're having a quick conversation. So let's get into it, guys, and then make sure you guys watch the end of get to the end of the live stream, because we're gonna do a quick preview of Moe McCoy's movie. So make sure you guys stay tuned. Okay, so let's do it. What's up, Mo? How's it going, my friend?
Hey, brother, how you doing?
Good. Quick question for you. So what got you into the movie business?
Well, I started the music business because I started off as an artist. You know, I was a rapper, and I came to a crossroads where I thought I had did as much as I could do in music, and then I heard Tyler Perry say one thing. He said, "Focus on one thing, and all the rest will come to you. All you have to do is just, get laser focused on one thing." And I heard Les Brown say, have big goals and stuff like that. So I've always had a camera since I was a kid. When I started music, I had a camera, but I really made the choice around 2014 to really become filmmaker Moe McCoy. I moved from Grand Rapids, Michigan to Houston, Texas, and when I introduced myself filmmaker Moe McCoy, and I put my laser focus on making films. I had 2 movies when I moved to Houston, and then when I got to Houston, I went straight to work.
Yeah. Mo, you talked about focus, and that's something that I struggle with focus, my friend. I wouldn't say I struggle, but in the beginning, when I started, like, especially like on social media, or I started my entrepreneur, when I started doing my own thing, it was really hard for me to focus. So what's something that you did to, like, stay focused? What was something that you said, hey, I'm going to do this? Because, man, I checked out your YouTube. If you guys need to subscribe, we'll show it later, guys, but his YouTube is awesome, man. How do you focus and create that beautiful content that you're creating? What's like, how do you get to that mindset?
Well, first thing I did was just really figured out what I wanted to do, and I found the most passion in making film, not because wow I'm on the screen, but the actual process of it is a process that I enjoy doing. So I found something I love, and then I just did it every day. No matter what the day brings, I'll create something. If it's a picture, if it's a promotion, if it's a video, I'm a creator, so I just make sure I knock something out every day, and then I just started doing more and more, and next thing you know, I was 42 movies deep.
42, man. Tell me about the first movie. Tell me, and I know we tell me about, like, the your first movie. Was it a great movie or was it a bad movie? I mean, tell me about that. I want to hear about, like, the first project, the first thing that you did.
Well, my very first movie was a movie with my kids. I just filmed them doing what they did, but I never released that movie. So I would really consider my first movie a movie called Tomorrow's Never Promised. And the reason why I started that movie is uh, we were doing really well with music. I was touring colleges all across the country, and when we were done touring, we'd have like 3 months off. And so I signed up for a sales class because I really wanted to know how to sell my music. And my partner, who was in my group Fireproof, he didn't want to go into the sales meeting because he was from the inner city. He just wasn't interested in sales. And so I said, well, we got to remain productive because we got 3 months off. So let's remain productive. I challenged him. I said, why don't you write a movie or something? Tell your story. And uh, while you're writing, I'll go in here and learn sales. And he wrote a movie within an hour. It was called Tomorrow's Never Promised. And well, one of the things I said to him, because I was just trying to motivate him, I said, well, if you write the movie, I'll film it. And he wrote the movie. So I read a book called the Four Agreements, and one of the agreements is have an impeccable word. So I kept my word. So what I did was I got all the resources together with the cameras through GRTV. It's a local TV station in Grand Rapids, Michigan, and they gave me access to all the equipment. I leveraged some of the relationships I created doing marketing with car lots, clubs. One thing I do every day is meet somebody new. I meet new people every day, so I just brought all those people in. I casted all my cousins in the movie, and we filmed that movie in 3 days. And then I went into the edit suite, and me and my partner Javen Love, we edited the movie, and then I took the actual trailer. I made a trailer and a
Yeah.
movie, and I took the movie to Celebration Cinema. It was one of our big cinemas there, and I had a good relationship um, with a person there, and Monica Sparks. She plugged me up with the team that puts together premieres. There hadn't been really any premieres in Grand Rapids, Michigan at that point, and I met with them. I brought the trailer. There was a boardroom full of people, and they say, "Okay, what do you want to do?" I said, "Well, I want to do like a Hollywood style red carpet premiere and show our movie." And the movie we made, Tomorrow's Never Promised, was a Christian movie, a clean movie, and it just kind of showed, you know, major decisions that could help you through any adversity. And so we set it up. They loved it. They gave us an applaud after we did our presentation, which really wasn't much of a presentation. I just showed the trailer and gave them my idea, and they they let me rent out the well, they partnered with me 50-50 to put on a red carpet premiere. We had Theater One. It came out the same day as I Am Legend with Will Smith. And people were saying, you got to cancel your premiere. You're never going to beat Will Smith. And I had the mindset set that I didn't have to compete with Will Smith. Will Smith got all the fans. I just wanted, 800 people in my theater. You know what I mean? So I would get 800 people that would watch his movie and my movie. And so we premiered it. It was amazing. I mean, the whole city came out in limos and all their cars, low riders, all kinds of cars pulled up to the theater. It was called Studio 28. It's a legendary theater in Grand Rapids, Michigan, and uh, we went in there, the red carpet. There was people taking pictures and a lot of photographers there while we walked the red carpet. It was very intimidating. I have never walked. I've been promoting. I mean, doing shows all over the country in front of 5,000 people, but nobody that uh, focused on taking pictures of me while I'm walking into the theater.
Sure.
And
Well,
so we piled in. We sold every seat. We played the movie. We got a standing ovation at the end, and that birthed filmmaker Moe McCoy, because that movie right there showed me that I can take an ideal from paper and put it on the screen, and that's I became, filmmaker Moe McCoy at that point.
Man, that sounds dude, bro, like I'm impressed because that seems like that was a process, and through that process I'm sure there was downs, like there was, did you ever have doubts during that process? Did you ever feel like fears or anxieties, or people were talking, I mean, what was the thing that you were challenging, like what was your challenge to that whole situation? What was the beast trying to get you down? Do you remember?
Okay, one thing was, uh, I did everything by the book. I filled out all the paperwork. I notified all the neighbors in the neighborhood. I notified the authorities, the police, the film commission. Everybody I had to let know. I had talent releases, everything signed, and I set up my film set. I brought all the equipment right in my neighborhood that I grew up in, and I brought out the big jib, and I was filming shots. It was like 50 people out there, and we were knocking the movie out, just doing scene for scene right there in the neighborhood. And the police show up, and they say, "What are you doing?" I said, I'm making a movie." And they said, "Oh no, you're not, not in this neighborhood." And I showed them my paperwork. They ripped up the paperwork and they told me to get out of here. They took some people that were in the movie to jail, um, and dispersed everybody. And that was day one of filming. Tomorrow's Never Promised. So that was definitely a challenge. So day two, I became a guerrilla filmmaker. So what that is somebody who just films and then gets the shot. So the next day, day two, I'm filming, and two officers walk up and they say, "What are you doing?" I said, "Man, I'm trying to make a movie." I said, "Do you want to be in it?" They were like, "No." Then they left, and you know, I filmed the movie in 3 days, and we got it done. But it just seemed like everybody was trying to stop it.
Wow, man, that's crazy, but I think that's how life works. Where like when you're pursuing your goals, when you're pursuing your dreams, when you're pursuing a project or something that this is the stepping stone, like things are just going to try to stop you and try to block you, and you like the police. And how easy would it have been for you to be like, you know what? You're right. I'm just gonna give up. I mean, they arrested people that you knew, man. That's
Yeah.
crazy. And you're seeing that's pro. Did you feel guilty? Did you feel? I'm sure you felt bad. Like you're like, oh,
Oh, it, it was one of my cousins too, and he brings it up every time I see him.
uh, I'm sure you send him some presents for Christmas or something, or maybe he gets free tickets to all your movies now for life.
Yeah, for life.
All right, bro. Tell me. Okay, so let's talk about the movie that you've been making. Tell us a little bit about the movie, and make sure you guys keep on staying tuned because we figured it out how to play the promo on this, so we're gonna play the promo for you guys, and you guys are gonna be very impressed. I mean, it's pretty cool. I was watching it before we started it. So, tell us about a little bit about the movie, my friend.
Well, the movie is called The Bad Boxer. It's you can think about Bad Santa, and then you could say Bad Boxer. This young man had kind of gone through a lot of adversity as a kid. His mom was struggling with mental illness, and and he wanted to. He got bullied as a kid, and he wanted to learn how to fight. So he started boxing, and his hands got blessed by a famous boxer, and which is Jeff Mayweather in this movie. He touched the young man's hands and gave him knockout power and confidence, and he goes and and becomes the champion and everything. But after his mom dies from suicide, she killed herself. He kind of went off the deep end and just started not really caring, and it's a comedy. It's a very funny movie. So like, uh, it's my story. It's kind of like my story. I wrote the movie in Houston, Texas. I was there. My house had burned down, and I didn't know what else I could do uh, to make a movie but write. So I started writing a movie called The Bad Boxer. I heard Floyd Mayweather say this one thing. He said he only deals with things inside the boxing ring. So I thought, okay, maybe I'll just make a movie about boxing. And has anybody ever made a boxing comedy before? There were a few, but not actually a genre. And so the Bad Boxer is a story, a film that I started filming 6 years ago. I took a team from Houston, Texas, all the way to Michigan and filmed this movie once. It didn't come out like I wanted it to, but I did make a promo, and that's available on our YouTube channel. The first promo, and some of the actors tapped out. I pitched it to Floyd Mayweather. He liked it, but his manager didn't like it, and and I kind of got discouraged at that point. And I just said, you know what, I'm gonna keep working on it, and I'm gonna get it done. So when I moved to Las Vegas, we were in the pandemic, and I had to figure out what I could do, and it was make this movie. So I recasted the whole movie here in Las Vegas, and we filmed The Bad Boxer for 13 days here in Las Vegas during the pandemic, safely, um, at a couple different locations. We had the Game Changers location in Henderson. They gave us access to the whole building, which had a boxing ring, a gym. They had a weight room. They had a football field, and they had classrooms. So I was able to get majority of the movie filmed in two or three locations. So it's a great story, um, of overcoming and bullying, and it's funny. I think that people need to laugh. My mantra is love more, laugh more, give more, and you'll live more. And this would come from the laughter portion. I want to create a good feeling when you come see the movie. You get to meet all the celebrities, all the stars of the movie on the red carpet, and we got uh, the press. We have 15 press members coming to photograph and videotape you on the red carpet, and then you watch the movie and see the work that all the local Vegas people, and some people flew in from different places like Houston and California, and we all contributed together to make this movie. And this is something that I worked on for over 6 years. Well, after we filmed it, uh, I found a great editor, and he worked on it for about 6 months and never did, anything but the trailer. And so he gave me my money back, and then uh, I had to find another editor, and I got referred to by a good filmmaker friend of mine named Bobby Peoples. He referred me to Nick Grant here. He's another filmmaker, Nicholas Grant, an awesome filmmaker, and he was able to edit the movie in about 45 days. So it ended up between going back and forth with the post production of the movie. It took us about a year in post production to produce it, and now we're here at the premiere. Finally, we worked really hard on this, and it's coming out on the 18th. The Bad Boxer red carpet premiere at the Galaxy Theaters in the Boulevard Mall, and
That's
we
awesome, man. That's awesome. Two
fight.
things. Two things. Two things I want to tell you, bro. One thing I want if we can get together and plan a giveaway, in me and you can strategize a giveaway for your movie, I'd love to help you with that. Maybe if you guys are interested, let me know. If you guys want to watch the movie, we can plan something out in the future. I see your tickets. I see you got tickets. Yeah. We'll strategize. Let's talk about I'll promote that for you if you want to do a giveaway. Maybe people will follow you on your Instagram or follow your business. We'll follow you. Let's try to get some growth on that.
Okay.
And then we do something. We can talk about that a little bit after we're done. And second of all, what was I gonna say? Oh man, you got me all excited, bro. You got me all excited. Let's get into the preview, guys. Let's get into the preview. Oh, your mantra. I thought that was great, bro. That needs to be on your Facebook profile, or that needs to be on your personal page. Your mantra, that what you're telling me, like the movies that you like when you told me about your first movie and the movies that you're creating. You're not just creating movies or you're not creating content. You're creating movies, but the content that you're creating is trying to help people. You're trying to put a message out there, which is really inspiring, man. I want you to be successful. I think we need more people like that in the world, man. So thank you. I want to just say thank you for doing that, for being that kind of person in this world. I appreciate you, bro. So let's get into the movie, guys. I want to show you guys. So let's test out the software, and let's do it. Let me take it out. So let's go on there, and we'll go into it. Let's do it. Ready? It's gonna play right now.
Ladies and gentlemen, kings and queens, pimps and hoes, welcome to the WCO Feather Heavyweight Championship of the world. Let's get ready to rumble!
Bro, that was good, bro. Where are we at? That was deep. Yeah. That was deep. Let me come hide on screen. There we go. We're back. That was good, man. There's a lot of messaging. I see the messaging in that. That's cool, man. I saw that part where his hands get up there and he's like, "Hey, that was good, man. I appreciate that. Was good. That was cool, bro. It was good messaging on there, and it has the Las Vegas theme. That story. I think a lot of people will relate to that because especially like MMA, a lot of fighters out here in Las Vegas. That's the story that needs to be told. I've been martial arts myself. I've been here in Vegas, and I've seen a lot of guys fall into those traps that you're showing. You're showing a lot of traps.
Yeah.
There's devices out there, right? And people that are getting into that world, that story needs to be told. All right, my friend. Well, I want to say thank you again for jumping on, and you guys make sure that you follow Moe McCoy on Instagram. You have Instagram?
Yes, Moe
Facebook.
Yep, Facebook. I'm everywhere.
He's everywhere, my guys. Find him. You can just find him. We're going to put the links up there for you guys so you guys be able to connect with him, or just give him a friend request. I mean, Moe will connect with you. And the cool thing about Moe is that if you're a friend of his, He'll repost your content. He'll help you. He'll connect. His goal is to network and meet more people. I'm telling you guys, he knows a lot of people. So thank you again, my friend. Thank you for jumping on.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having me.
All right. We'll talk to you later, guys. Take care. Bye-bye.